again, this statement that he made was the one that Ali and I were both like, holy shit. Mr. Robinson's constitutional rights will be protected at every stage. He sits before the court presumed innocent, and that presumption remains unless and until each element of every offense charged against him is proved beyond reasonable doubt. Holy shit, loved that statement. What about you, Ali?
I loved it. And I loved that so here's the thing. He didn't have to do that. Most judges
Yeah.
don't do that. I think part of it is that he's brand new to the bench. And I think the other part of it is that it seems like he is motivated to do the right thing and to be neutral. And I love that. And that may or may not be because he's brand new. That may or may not be because this is maybe the most high profile case he'll ever have in his career. But either way, I thought it was impressive. I appreciated it. I liked that he talked about everybody in the courtroom, from the prosecutors to the defense team to everybody, conducting themselves with integrity and behaving in a way that was civil towards one another, because I think this case in particular especially has the potential to kind of go off the rails. And I love that he from the very jump was like, listen, let me tell you who's in charge here. It's me. We're not going to have any nonsense, and this is going to be conducted in a way that's fair at every stage. And I love that he not took up for Tyler Robinson, but just reminded everybody, listen, we have a system where the person who's sitting in that chair, and I mean, I guess he was on Zoom, but the person who's the subject of this hearing is presumed innocent. And you all do not get to treat him as anything but that until and unless we get to a point later on down the road. And so I love that he was putting up those guardrails and just reminding everybody of the thing that everybody in the courtroom should already know, but sometimes it's good to be reminded and to hear it. And I also think it's really good for the public to hear the judge talk that way, because everybody hears those words and knows those words, right? On especially, if they watch Law and Order, everybody's presumed innocent until, but they don't actually sit down and fully appreciate what that means. So I love that he gave everybody a very well worded reminder.